Hello everyone, welcome to the Boston Breakroom, episode 19, covering Rizzoli Isles, season 5, episode 3.
Too good to be true. Okay, so they find a dead body in the park. They're looking around and they find an open grave and a rifle.
They find out that it's tied to this, scam that's going on online where people are, being lured to work for this farm or something. And then somebody that looked a lot like her stepdad killed them.
Totally did.
They find out that that's the guy who did it, and then
it's my stepdad.
He wasn't the first.
That's the one that killed all these people, and this turns out he's a serial killer,
technically,
and so to speak.
And he essentially rips their identities from these men, so that their families don't know what happened to them. They're just gone
Because they found another open grave
with guts in it.
And
guts.
Personal side, Jane still pregnant, so she's slowly letting everyone know that she is in fact pregnant, even though her mother knows, her brother knows, Mara obviously knows because she's the only person she trusts with this secret at that time.
It isn't so much as she's letting them. The only one she let know was Mara and Corsac.
Yes.
The other ones already knew.
Angela and Frankie, they already knew. And
Angela
Tommy
told Frankie and then told Tommy.
Yes.
And Tommy, in turn, told his entire AA group.
Good job, Tommy! So she's dealing with this and, coming to terms with the fact that she's telling Casey or, what's going to happen with them. She wants to raise this baby on her own. Doesn't want to marry Casey.
And then she told Mara at the end that she does, in fact, need her. She's come to terms with that.
That she does need Mara in her life to help her raise this baby. What do we like about this episode? I like how Mara is with this entire pregnancy. She's making sure Jane is doing everything she's supposed to be doing. Eating properly, drinking things she's supposed to be drinking, making sure she's healthy and, this baby is, in fact, going to...
Maybe be healthy.
Maybe be healthy.
Or it'll actually just be a cheeseburger.
Mara is taking that role where she's going to make sure that this baby is healthy.
She's essentially taking another parent role.
Yes.
That's the second parent. And at the, towards the end, but not quite at the end, when they were chasing the suspect, Jane had jumped and, leapt over and shot the guy, killing him. He had, a panic attack kind of thing.
Because I think it made her realize, she is, responsible for another life right now, and she needs to be more careful.
I like how Angela Rizzoli was about the whole thing. She is so excited. She told that Asian guy, you gonna tell anybody that my daughter's pregnant? He's like, just rambles some shit
You don't
off.
even know what he said.
You don't even know what he said. So we ain't gonna tell anybody.
Exactly.
Oh, Corsac's reaction to her, telling
So
him he was
cute.
pregnant. He was so excited. He is so adorable.
I got more, wibbly over that than last week's episode.
I also like that scene with Susie and Corsac. How they were
Yes.
saying what they did before they were what they were there.
Yes, and I also like the scene between Mara and Corsac.
There's two of them.
Why aren't there more scenes with them?
I really like scenes between them too.
Yes. I like how they're taking different turns with how they're doing scenes. Not strictly inside the office and not strictly in Mara's apartment and Jane's apartment. I like how they're ending things. This week's episode, it ended with them walking outside. I like the different angles and
I agree.
endings of these episodes.
I also like that they had Mara on point this time around.
Yes.
They haven't the past two episodes, and they were probably just getting their bearings, and that's fine. But she was on point again this time around, and I'm very happy about it.
Yes.
I liked how she wasn't so serious.
I feel like she's very overprotective of Jane right now.
Yes.
Just
I didn't really care about the case. It was okay,
no.
but
okay,
I mean, that's the reason for the show, but
I
was
have
just
ADD, and I kind of lost interest in this case. I didn't know what was happening half the time.
There was a guy who was killed, and then we found out there were more guys who were killed, but we didn't find anything out much about the character until they started chasing him down. That's what I didn't like about it,
I don't know if it was because they were concentrating too much on the personal side of the case.
Which is fine. That's fine by us.
It's great. I couldn't remember, what was happening during, the actual case. It wasn't interesting to me like it was the last two episodes. The personal front was more interesting than...
And I think it needed to be this time around. If it wasn't the last two, we would have been so depressed. It would have been.
I don't mind that. taking turns, like, what is more important than, like, the case or the personal front.
It wasn't even interest, I just didn't know where I was in it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you knew these people were killed, but then you really didn't find anything out about the guy, except that he was luring these guys to him, but you didn't find out why.
You knew these two people have been killed and buried, and then next thing you know, my stepdad is like running in the woods shooting at people.
It was just a little bit confusing, but it's okay because the personal side made up for the
crime side.
The crime side.
Ratings.
A 9.
I agree. I'll give it a 9.
I enjoyed it. Like case side, I give it like an 8. But the personal side, 9.5. It wasn't too much Rizzoli because it showed their friendship and how they were going to work
and
together.
how Jane needs Mara in her life at this moment.
Essentially,
with this whole entire pregnancy thing. I agree with that. Predictions. We're really good at seeing the promos.
We don't see the promos.
We don't.
I predict somebody's gonna die next episode.
Someone's gonna die.
There's gonna be a murder.
Someone's gonna be a killer.
Jane's still probably gonna be pregnant.
Still, yep.
I'm just let you gain those extra pounds.
Mara's still gonna be overprotective of Jane and her pregnancy.
I'm just glad that they didn't make too big of a deal about the whole Casey thing. I'm really glad about that. And so he won't be an issue.
I don't even ship Mara and Jane. I
ship Mara and Jane more than I ship Jane more than I ship Jane and Casey. And I don't even like Jane and Casey. And I don't like any of those couples.
No.
I like Jane and Mara's friendship, but I don't ship them as a couple. Because they remind me too much of us. And I wouldn't make out with her anyway.
No. My fracking channel, since you're the only person that commented.
You get a girl.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lex. So you're in the running for free crap from us. It's not crap. It won't be crap unless we send you a bag of crap. But I promise it probably won't.
Unless you want a bag of crap.
Unless you want a bag of crap. Just let us know.
She can do that for you.
Question this time around is, do you think Casey's position on this whole Jane raising the baby by herself and them not really being a couple anymore will stick? Or do you think he's going to, even if it's not like him
try
visibly,
to weasel his way back into her life and become a family?
That's your question. You answer it. Next week, join us for episode 4.
For episode 4 of season 5 of Rizzoli Isles, Doomsday.
My day is so doomed. Just say too good to be true. Go.
Too good to be true. What?
No amount of alcohol in the world can make me do
that.
And a rifle. Keep going.
And a rifle.
Alright, don't do it like that, because then you just...
And a rifle. Alright, so they find this body in the park. And he's dead. Duh. But... then they find like an open grave.
Now we're just going to the park looking for the live bodies.
Ooh, he found a body.
He found one. Oh, look at another one. That one's walking by. That one's walking a dog.